oh, I'm a mommy.
He's
and
like,
then
mommy?
he's like, mommy. And then he's like, mamacita. And then I think it's because he probably got thrown off by someone saying mommy.
Yeah. Because it's like people when they joke around say daddy, you know?
Yeah. Like, I think it would be the equivalent of being like, oh, I'm a papa. Yeah. Like,
it seems like that last season seemed more genuine where people actually wanted to find love. Whereas this season, it only seemed like Amaya Papaya wants to find love.
Oh my gosh, Amaya Papaya, she's so funny.
Like all the guys there are there for clout. So hot, she got burned all over, and then even her eyes were bloodshot.
Whoa.
And she looked it up, and apparently it's because your eyes can get sunburned.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
And so it looks bloodshot when your eyes are sunburned.
Like literally realize is that you should be wearing like deodorant when you sleep. I didn't understand that. Yeah.
Really? Like on your thighs or just
No. Okay, so now we've moved to the armpits. But
Good. Hi, welcome back to another episode of
Just One Bite.
I'm Tiff at Take One for the Road.
And I'm Nina at Psycho Food. And Suns Buns. Wait. Oh man, I wanted to do it so bad. I was trying to do like suns out, buns out.
No, you got it. You got it.
Suns out, buns out. It's our summer episode release.
Yes.
I know summer's already started, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have an episode themed.
Yeah, I feel like summer technically just started because June, the weather hasn't been so nice. It's always June gloom, at least here.
Yeah, that's true.
So July is really when the sun is coming out. So
yeah, and we literally just took some photos on the beach because Tiff had this collaboration featuring like some sandals.
Yes.
And we were literally walking on the beach and the sand is so hot.
Yeah, it was burning my feet.
I know. And I was like, you know what? I forgot that summer has all these like, it's fun and the sun's out, but then there's all these, it's hot, you get sweaty more. And this episode, we just wanted to talk about some like trends and hacks, I guess, through the summertime.
Yeah.
That we like know. But I feel like this summer, there's a lot of like, things coming back in style. I
like
mean,
what?
Like I feel like the short shorts have really made its impact again, and I think now they classify it as like micro shorts though. So it is a little bit short than from I feel like our time.
Yes. Micro shorts are definitely in right now. I can't pull them off, but kudos to the girls who can. They look really cute on girls.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I feel like when I was in school, I had seen people wearing those, like, short Hollister, like, denim shorts, and then different variations of, like, the light blue to, like, dark blue, and then, like, black or something. But then now micro shorts are even shorter than that all. So
yeah, they're shorter than booty shorts.
Yeah, no, they are.
If you ask me.
Yeah, and then people still wear like long boots or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would fear of wearing like stuff like that because I don't like my thighs to rub together.
Yes, same. I don't like when my thighs touch either because it itches and stuff.
Yeah, no, dude. When I was younger, I like got these. I guess it's like a thigh rescue like. I don't know. It looks like deodorant, but it's just
it's like a balm.
Yeah, like a balm. And then I've used that before, like sometimes like when we go to like Disney and stuff. But then I don't know how much of a difference it really does. So basically, it's literally like a smaller container of like looking literally like deodorant. And then they said that you should put it like between your thighs, like around where like your clothes might rub. And I think people who are like actively like working out in the summertime, if you're prone to like sweating like maybe underneath like your bra strap or like where your shorts are lined, that's where they said that you should put it. But then I also saw that you technically don't even need that, so I said all that information, but still relevant where you place it. But then they said that even deodorant is like okay.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. And then the other thing I just like literally realized is that you should be wearing like deodorant when you sleep. I didn't understand that. Yeah.
Really? Like on your thighs or just
No. Okay, so now we've moved to the armpits. but they said that you should be wearing like deodorant before you go to sleep to let it like go in your body or something. And I was like, I've never heard that in my life.
Okay, to be honest though, I don't really use deodorant on the daily. I feel like
lucky.
I mean, I used it when I was in Bali because it was so hot and humid. I was like, let's just in case. But I usually don't use deodorant. So
I feel like Asian people, like, we don't really smell that much. But then if it's like, I don't know how like sweaty I'm gonna be, I definitely am like, oh,
just in case.
Like on the days that are like you're going to like Disneyland or something,
like a theme park, and you're gonna be active and you're gonna be sweaty, then yes, please like put some deodorant on.
I think that one is kind of like a must
scenario. Just be like courteous to other people around you.
One of you know Will and Adrian? So they were telling us about how they went to like Pride Fest in Washington because like June was Pride Month. So there was like a Pride festival, and then they were like, you know, some people aren't wearing deodorant. Like, and then that's an example where where if it's like a music event and you're gonna be like in a crowd, you know, that's a perfect time to wear deodorant.
Please. Or even people who go into office. So I started going back into office like hybrid, and I was in office last week, and I was with my supervisor, and we were like running around because we had to get like signatures for stuff. But basically we'd like walk by these men, and my supervisor even made a comment, and he's like, bro, like,
do you think they were old men or were
they're
like
definitely older, but it's like, if you know you're gonna be like wearing business casual or like some sort of suit in a corporate setting or an office setting, and it's gonna be like June and it's hot, or you're gonna sweat, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the perfect time.
The people in your office, because you guys have been remote most of the time, they forgot that's part of their routine.
You know what? Maybe they did forget. So I'll give them a pass. But hopefully, now that it's getting hotter, they know to put on deodorant.
Yeah, no, honestly, like when I was younger too, like I'm so used to wearing like thinner clothes, but I feel like when you go in office, they're still wearing like their regular, because
they blast the AC and then it's so cold in office, but then when you step outside it's so hot. So
they either need to create like thinner like polo shirts or something that's good. Like I'm still trying to even figure out like what is good business casual for like the summertime, because I know how to dress when it's like in office, or like you have to dress more professional because you can wear like sweaters and stuff, but during the summertime I'm just like, you don't want to wear spaghetti straps or something to the office.
I mean, I always wear a dress during the summer. I love summer, so it's just like my favorite time of year, so I take advantage of summertime. When I'm in the office, I wear all my cute dresses, and you know, they have sleeves and stuff, so it's still appropriate, and then they're in like a little bit longer, so like maybe knee length. But I actually prefer dressing up in the summer for the office, and then when it's winter, honestly, I don't look really great. I'm like, just like, I wear the same slacks and the same sweater. It's not fun. I dread going out of my apartment when it's gloomy or rainy and having to go to work. I just don't dress very cute. But summer, there's a lot of cute options, especially in the work settings. As a girl, I think we're really lucky because we can wear dresses
you can wear
or skirts. So we can manage the heat better than some of the guys, because they're expected to still wear, you know, long sleeve collared shirts and slacks. So I feel for the guys, you know.
Yeah, but the girls, you're right, they do have it easy. And what I kind of like now is people are wearing a lot of like, or I don't actually, maybe this is just because of like age, but I find myself like wearing like shirts that cover my like shoulders or sleeves, because then I've literally been prone lately to freaking sunburn. And I'm like, I never get sunburn, and the thing is, like, I always put sunscreen on my face, but then we're where were we?
Disney for the Star Wars collab, which we could talk about here. It's like
summer
activity.
But I literally got like sunburn. Oh, it was for my friend's graduation. We were in San Diego, and we were sitting like at UCSD, and they have no covering, and I don't know why I just thought I would tan, or I mean I always expected I would tan, but then I literally got sunburn on my arms, and then like my boyfriend, he got sunburn on his nose, and just on that part, which is like the part that's like I guess sticking out from if you're doing it from above. And then I got lucky because I was wearing a shirt with sleeves on it. So then my shoulders didn't get burnt. But then my friend Joy, she got spaghetti. She has like spaghetti straps, and that was for sure
That
like
would,
stay like all over like the like back and stuff. So that's what you have to be careful.
Yeah, what's crazy is my other friend. I got lunch with one of my friends the other day, and she even said she went to UCSD for her like family friend's graduation, and it was so hot, she got burned all over, and then even her eyes were bloodshot.
Whoa.
And she looked it up, and apparently it's because your eyes can get sunburned.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
And so it looks bloodshot when your eyes are sunburned.
Your eyes can get sunburned? That's crazy.
So wear your sunglasses, folks.
Yeah,
wear your sunscreen this summer. The rays are strong.
Yeah, and you should really like look at your sunscreen. I know we're talking a lot about sunscreen, but like it really is like important too. And then also like one of our friends too, they had, for the girls, for the ladies, make sure that you're putting like sunscreen like not just on your neck, but then also like on your chest. And then kind of where like the start of your like I guess cleavage is, because over time it'll start to wrinkle, so like you don't want that area to be like unmoisturized. And even if you're not in the sun directly, like even in your house, you should still have that like practice of wearing it, because you know obviously know when you're gonna go out, but then there's still light, obviously, like here it's coming this way. But yeah, make sure you put like sunscreen on your neck, because then you're gonna wrinkle faster as you age.
Dude, I already feel like I kind of see wrinkles like on my chest. Well, I'm like I don't know if I told you, I did a skin analysis.
Oh, what? No, you
last
didn't.
week. Okay, so I was like an influencer co-host for the Modern Day Wife event, and they had I forget, So Kit Beauty is like a company. They sell like Korean skincare brands, like products, and then they also have like that machine from Korea that does the in-depth skin analysis. So I was able to get like a 15-20 minute analysis, and they put my whole face in this machine, and they take like pictures and videos, and basically they do this crazy scan, and it tells you what age your skin is.
Whoa. So what did it tell you?
So overall my skin age is 29, which is 2 years younger than my actual age, which is great. And then it shows you like each section what the age is. So like spots, wrinkles, you know, pores. And so all of my sections I was good except for pores. I'm like older than my age, technically. Really? But I think it's because I have pretty good skin. Yeah, you so do. Sometimes I don't really wear makeup. So then in my head, I feel like I don't need to double cleanse because I don't really wear makeup. Yeah. But then now I find out my pores are all clogged because I'm supposed to be double cleansing even if I don't wear makeup because of sunscreen. And that I didn't know. So now I'm like, okay, well, I need to definitely work on my pores. And then I know I have dry skin, so they test moisture levels of your skin as well. So they test your forehead and then your cheeks. I think my forehead is in a good range, but my cheeks were a little bit dehydrated. So and I know I have really dry skin, and I try to use like hyaluronic acid a lot and moisturize my face a lot, but I guess it's just not enough. So now they're telling me different tips, like maybe use toner pads on top of my normal skincare, because I do use toner, but they're like, maybe try using toner pants. Yeah,
it's supposed to cool off your face.
Just let your face absorb it all. So I'm gonna start looking into that and just hydrating my face even more throughout the day, because I do moisturize morning and night, but I'm starting to think maybe I need to be hydrating midday as well.
Yeah, that's true.
To also prevent like future wrinkles and things like that. So, and then of course, like always use your sunscreen. I'm very religious with my sunscreen. So yeah,
no, I feel that. Like, I don't know if like I actually don't know if you know this about me, but I had really bad skin when I was a kid. So I had like I think too my parents were very like vigilant about like my skin, and I used to do that whole like what's that one brand?
Proactive.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to do it too.
Yeah, and then I realized those were kind of like harsh on like a kid's face, and so they I think they later came out when Justin. It's funny because Justin Bieber was like
on Proactive or something.
It was either Justin Bieber or Jesse McCartney, and then they released like a teenager version of Proactive.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, like during that time, like my skin was really bad. Like I had really big like pimples, like they were red, and obviously I didn't want to like scratch them. But then I felt like my parents really wanted me to get them like go to the dermatologist and get it like extracted and stuff. And so I think as a kid I was pretty like scared of going that because it was like as a kid like doing the whole like extractions on your face, it's
painful.
Like yeah, but then there's some people who are blessed with better genes than others, and I did the whole route of doing like the medication.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it was like pretty
hormonal
like,
acne type of thing, or?
Yeah, but then it was just like super intense. I forgot, it's like doxycycline and stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and minoxidil or whatever. I'm surprised I remember those names, but then those were like the acne medication I would take. But then I think it later kind of subdued, but then as I got older, when I went to college, it all like kind of disappeared. I think in high school it kind of slowly disappeared, but then in college I really didn't have much acne.
Same actually.
Yeah.
My acne was awful in like elementary and middle school and high school, and then once I went to college it just disappeared.
Yeah, but then when COVID happened, and then when I like graduated, I like had another like acne flare up. And
do you know why? Was it like stress or
maybe? But then that was kind of the time where I'm like, you know what, I should try something different in my skincare. And I was really honing in on the Korean skincare.
Yes.
And that literally did wonders on my face. Like I obviously had to test out a lot of different products because for me it's a lot of steps from going from like cleanser, maybe like some extra step, and then like moisturizer.
Yeah, 3-step to 10-step.
Yeah, it's
intense,
crazy,
but it works.
Yeah, and then I go from literally like I've tried all the foam cleanses, I tried all like the liquid cleanse, and then I really tried to understand my skin. And I do also have like before I think I had like a little bit oily skin, and then it became combination, and then now sometimes it'll be like dry, but then it just depends. I think I'm a little bit now prone to like dry skin, but then the whole shebang, I did the whole snail mucin whatever stuff. I did the hyaluronic acid, and then I even do like the Japanese one that was like do you know who Milk Tea Meg is by any chance? She just she started as like a foodie, but then she kind of migrated more to like beauty content, and she's the reason why I started using this like Japanese hyaluronic acid or hyaluronic like I guess like essence, and that really did wonders on the skin barrier.
Yeah.
And literally like if you saw me before, my acne was really bad. Like
Dang.
I felt like I had kind of scarring but not super deep, and then my skin would just be like red all the time. But TikTok literally helped me like understand it all, so I've definitely gone through like
trial and error. Yeah.
But I will say like my skin isn't like the best, but I do.
It looks good though.
I feel like I'm also the same as you, where I don't usually wear makeup
and
stuff, and I did get caught in that era of using tinted sunscreen.
I still use if I do use makeup, I don't wear foundation. I wear tinted sunscreen.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm having because we had to go in the sun to take pictures.
Yeah.
I use the Ilia skin tint, and it has like hyaluronic acid or niacinamide serum or something in it. So it's like skincare, it's tinted skincare essentially.
I usually use the CeraVe like one.
Oh, I didn't know CeraVe had one.
It's so cheap. I would say like maybe compared to like other sunscreen like Round Lab, like the Korean one, I think the Round Lab one is probably stronger, but the CeraVe one, it just makes my skin like glisten. It's just like in a good way. Yeah. Glowy. And then it just is, I feel like it matches my skin a little bit. There's this other, oh my gosh, I have to, it's like a Korean one, like a Korean tinted sunscreen, but they just recently came out with a tinted sunscreen, and I'm looking at my phone because our friend Karen, I like commented on one of her YouTube videos. I was like, oh, have you tried this specific Korean one yet? And then she said she had it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it myself.
Yeah.
And I literally bought like 3. They have multiple shades of this tinted sunscreen, and I just got 3 that I thought would match.
Yeah.
Does not match my skin.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then maybe like on a good day, if I just maybe sweat a little, and then maybe, I don't know how that works.
What if you tried mixing a couple of them together?
I think it just shows up too like white cast on my face.
Maybe ask Karen, like consult with her. I'm sure she's
pretty good.
She knows how to like maybe you can add bronzing oil drops to or something.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
To like make it a little bit darker to match your shade. I'm sure Karen will know.
And then the reason why I bring that up is because like another Disney thing. We're talking so much about Disney, but I went to Disney with our friends like Will and Travis, and then I was like, oh, do you want to try this sunscreen to Will? And then he was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, it'll match your skin. But both of our faces were so like light blonde. Like it was crazy.
It's like a white cast almost.
Yeah, but it was like not quite white. It was like beige, you know?
My
and then
goodness.
I was like, I'm so sorry, Will. Like I didn't mean for it to be. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I literally made him like beige. Yeah, and then we were trying to like wash it off in the bathroom at Disney, but then yeah, I usually don't use that sunscreen, but then that one was pretty like, maybe I should not have done that. It was actually quite hilarious. I was like, oh my god, it's pretty noticeable.
Really?
So,
and it doesn't come off?
I mean, obviously
like
all sunscreen,
if you rub it in really hard.
Yeah, I think obviously with sunscreen, it could like come off when you put water on it, but then it only kind of melted into his skin after like a couple hours. So technically the sunscreen was doing its job.
Well, at least we know it's a good sunscreen.
Yeah. Like, also, it's called Beauty of Joseon.
Oh yeah. I do like their sunscreen. I like their matte stick. My friend Amy gifted us some for her bachelorette trip, and it's
they have a sun stick. Yeah, sun stick. That one's good.
It's nice because you could apply it over your face like midday, even over makeup. I realized my makeup still stays on. So
yeah, that one's like pretty good with it because also if you do wear makeup but then you want to like reapply, but obviously the sunscreen is like underneath your foundation, this like sunscreen matte stick you can put over your
it glides over
and it doesn't mess up like your
makeup
skin. I don't like when I see cracks in my skin, which I think is why I don't really wear foundation.
Yeah, same.
Wait, so for Karen's wedding, did you put foundation on or did you not?
Skin tint, what I'm having now.
Oh, I should have. You know, that was the day that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna wear the tier foundation, and I felt like the skin was good, but I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
I was like, should I just worn the tinted skin?
Yeah.
But good.
Yeah, I just feel like occasionally I'll use concealer on my face, but I don't own foundation. I think foundation's a little too heavy for my skin. Honestly, I honestly don't even think I look great with makeup. I do like myself with a more natural look, but if we're going somewhere where everyone's glammed up, I feel in a sense underdressed if I don't have a little bit of makeup on. So that's why I use like the skin tint or
so for, like,
concealer.
Stuff, do you wear foundation or you don't?
No foundation. If I do, I'll do the skin tint or I'll do the concealer. I literally just put a little bit of concealer over my face and just blend it in and call it a day.
Yeah, I think I'm also like that too because I literally don't like seeing like all the pictures. Like if we start sweating and stuff, I don't want to like look like patchy.
Yeah. So
that's why skincare.
Yeah, I don't think I look great. Like for a lot of my friends' weddings where I'm in the bridal party, we have full glam, right? And the makeup artist, they do full on foundation on my face. And I don't know why, but I think just like I don't, that when they did there was a trend on TikTok, it was like, do you look better natural or with the bold glam
yeah.
So it's like, you know, when you get ready for weddings, they do like the bold glam look on you. Even though it's a more natural one, it's still bold glam because when they do professional photos, that's what looks best. But then in real life, and then if you look at like my iPhone photos, it doesn't look good. You know, it looks a little patchy or cakey and things. And and then when I smile, I have like wrinkle lines because I smile. And then like because of the foundation, because of how heavy it is, it doesn't seep into the line. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, I think even my parents say like I look way better without makeup on. So I tend to have a more natural look.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't like when it creases. That's the bad part.
I wish I could pull off the bold glam look, but
like I see those people with like the cat eye stuff and I'm like, they look so like so cool
with like full eyeshadow and everything. Like when I do eyeshadow, I actually don't think I look good. So I just put like I have like lash extensions and you know, I don't even have eye makeup on right now because I don't think I look good with it. For like my eye makeup, I actually like I only wear like lashes if I'm seeing like a lot of people, but if not, then I'm just wearing like I curl my lashes. And then I found you have really nice long natural lashes.
Have long lashes.
I'm very jealous.
I end up actually like this is curled right now, but then I found this one clear mascara from I think it's called like Dr. like Fixer or something, Dr. Mixer or Fixer or something, and they have like a clear mascara because I find that the ones that are just like the regular black ones, it'll make my Asian like lashes go down. So
it's like too heavy.
So when I have this like Dr. Fixer mascara, it actually like
your
stays up the entire
eyes
day.
are it's like naturally curled. They're so long.
I actually curled them, so I did curl it, but then
they're really cute.
I curl it and then it literally locks it in place.
So
no
jealous.
matter if I sweat or whatever or scratch my eye with it, like it stays.
Dude, I'm so jealous. I have to do lash extensions. My eyes, like no mascara works for my eyes.
No, same. I have to get something that's like not the popular ones. But the one that is like an issue for me is like when I wear sunglasses and stuff because the lashes are too big for the sunglasses.
Oh, it touches. Yeah.
And I'm kind of like not wanting to like graze upon it, but it does kind of get annoying. But then I usually get like those glasses with nose pads because you can like tighten them so it sits higher on your nose bridge and doesn't fall on your
that's what I need. I have like no nose bridge, but I guess most Asian people don't.
And then but the one, you know, what's it called, like
Jins
Gentle Monster.
Gentle Monster. Yes,
like that, those are fit for like Asian faces.
Yes. I have a pair. I like that one.
Remember when like Key.
Key.
The Australian sunglass brand, and that was trending.
I have a pair like in one of the drawers, but it doesn't stay up because it's not made for Asian nose bridges.
That was so popular like before, like
they still have a store I think in the Cerritos Mall or something. But they're not as popular. Everyone's all about the Gentle Monster.
No, seriously, because they do all the collaborations with the Korean.
I have the Jenny one. It's there. I haven't found an opportunity to wear it.
My cousin Calista, she has like a pair too. And that's like a really nice glass or sunglasses. It is a little bit like heavy on the heavier side.
It is,
but it's still nice.
It's cute. I like it.
I do like sunglasses, and I like colored sunglasses. Even though it might not be all of them UV thing, I'm just like for ambiance or something.
It's like an accessory.
And then usually I just let it like sit like this or something.
It's nice. It's like a little headband.
And in other news for like summer trends, like what do you feel like people are doing now for like activities, or what is usually your go-to like summer activity that you have to do?
I have to go to the beach. I love the water. If I travel, you know, it's always some sort of snorkeling or scuba diving activity. I just love being in water and the ocean. So that's like a must for me.
We're both like water creatures. Like we've done, I think you and I match in swimming abilities. Like, cause she can swim and I know I can swim.
You're a good swimmer too.
But there has been times when we've like gone like water activities, but it's been interesting in testing our abilities.
Yes.
When we were in the Bahamas.
Oh,
yeah,
with the pigs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was actually thinking about when we were snorkeling in the at cave. Yeah. So
that was rough.
Yeah, we did this one time when we were like swimming with pigs, and that was okay. And it was just the pigs are really good swimmers. So
yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, literally. And then we did snorkeling too in the Bahamas
at the Disney Island.
Yeah. And then we literally were like, we don't need flippers. We don't need that. It's okay.
We're strong swimmers. Keep in mind, it was like 8:30 in the morning. It's cold. No one else is snorkeling. It's just us two. Okay?
It was just us.
It was just us two, and there's like thousands of people on that boat. Just us two snorkeling.
Yeah, the only ones who decided to snorkel
at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, no, and then we were like swimming, and then the current was still kind of like high.
Strong, yeah.
And then it was like really pulling us out in the ocean, and we were spending so much time just trying to swim back
to shore.
Yeah, and the thing is, there wasn't even that many fishes.
Yeah, it wasn't that many fish, and then halfway through, my snorkel just like wasn't working. Like,
oh
fell
my God,
off,
yeah.
wouldn't work. So Nina's like struggling to like we're both treading water.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to fix the snorkel off for me, and then dude, it was rough. It was rough.
But even for good swimmers, we were like, what did we just get ourselves into? And then the same day too, we went on the banana boat. Yeah. Memories.
Basically, I got put in the very front, and they asked all of us if we wanted goggles. We said no. Hey, this is a tip. If you ever banana boat, take up the goggles.
Yeah,
okay?
So visually, for people who haven't seen what a banana boat is, it's basically like this dinosaur, this Bananosaurus. Yeah, longer, and it can fit like maybe six or 8.
Oh, it was like 10 people. It was like 10 people.
On one?
On one banana boat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 5 on each side.
Yeah.
And you're riding it.
Like you're riding a horse, but it's literally like a shape of a banana.
Yeah.
And then you just hold on in front of you like a little lever.
And then a boat drags you guys out to the ocean.
Yeah.
And you're just like riding the waves.
Yes.
Yeah, so the entire time I had to keep my eyes closed because water just kept getting splashed into it's salt water too, so it stings.
It does.
And then at one point you can see like Nina's lashes are flying off because we're basically against the winds and it's blowing in our face so hard. Nina literally has her lashes in her hand held tight so hard because she doesn't want to lose them, and then she has one hand on the little like strap in the front to keep you on the boat, and she's just like this.
It's like a rodeo for me.
And it's crazy. At one point it's going so fast and the currents are so strong because I'm in the front. I fly off the boat into like the middle of the boat. I'm literally like flying and they have to stop so I can get back on. And then I think it was Lawrence and George that were in the back, and they said, dude, that was the worst to be in the back because it actually hurt them.
Yeah. Because I guess they get all the like backwater or whatever.
Backwater and just the weight, I guess.
So technically being in the front is bad, but then the back
is worse.
It's also bad. So, but it was just insane. Yeah. I don't know why. I think I was just keeping that lash because that was my last pair, or I just didn't want to.
You didn't want to lose it, but she was holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I feel like I just didn't want to waste the lash because I still had it, and I'm like, if I lost it, then that's okay. Yeah. But then I was still able to like get it from my face, so why not keep it? Yeah. So I don't know why, and I think I reapplied when I was. Dude, I don't know actually.
And then we went afterwards we went to the beach with the girls, and we were like making TikToks in the ocean too.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, that island was nice.
It's called, what was it called, like Castaway
Cay
or something.
I think the people in the Bahamas call it K, but it's spelled like key. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, that was cool. I like tropical
same vibes. That's why I feel like we get along so well.
I know. Yeah, I would rather go to like a tropical island versus like a city,
mountain.
A city. Yeah, and I feel like we've gone to a lot of tropical places like together. Like Hawaii technically too.
Hawaii.
Yeah. And then you did go to the Philippines, but then
we missed each other by a couple months. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe, Greece isn't tropical, but maybe if I go with you guys for Joy's birthday, I'm still trying to figure out my schedule because I would love to go.
Yeah. So like in September, we're planning to go celebrate our friend Joy's 30th birthday, and so she always wanted like a Greece birthday, and I don't really think Greece has been part of like my bucket list really before, but then I'm ready to like dress in white and stuff.
Yes,
like,
it's really
long,
cute.
like
Everyone
thing.
there is so nice. It's cheap, which
They're
I
nice
love.
too.
Yeah, people are nice, and I don't know. My Greece experience was like a decade ago, and I went because I had a
like
college friend at the time. He's from Greece, and it was still to this day is like the most unreal experience because their family basically has a lot of like businesses on the islands of Greece. They have 2 homes, like one in Athens, one in Eos, and they're awesome. And you know, the trip was amazing. We were like VIP everywhere, so like it's gonna be interesting. It was special. Like they would, cool. I would remember we go partying to the clubs and we automatically would get VIP section.
That's so cool.
But it was so funny because in Greece they party really hard. You know,
they do. Yeah, like
you don't start till 1 a.m.
That's crazy.
And then you come home after sunrise when it's like, sun is rising. It's like 6 a.m. You go get gyros to eat as your drunchies, and then you go home and sleep at like 8 a.m. and then you wake up at 1 and do it all over again.
Oh my gosh.
So that was my experience. It was awesome, but basically I remember like me and the girls would want to go dance on the tables at the bars.
Nice.
So I'd tell the security guards like, take me to the table and then, like help me up. And it's funny because at this one bar he like would take me and my friends and we got to like dance on the table, but when other people try to get on the table they're like, no.
Whoa, you are not
so
table
dancing
ready
on the bars. Yeah, we're literally like where people you order with the bartender, we're literally dancing on those tables.
That's funny.
So it was awesome, but I feel like Greece would be even better now because there's going to be more things that are developed, because when I went to Eos it was still, they're still developing a lot of like resorts and things like that, but the waters are beautiful. I think I'm most excited for you to go to the beach and just be in the waters because it's so beautiful. It's like crystal clear.
Yeah, it does look clear because for me, like going to the Philippines, that one is like the clearest water.
That's
like,
even more beautiful. Like the color of the water in Philippines is amazing.
Yeah,
it's like this turquoise-ish, tealish blue.
I actually thought the one in the Bahamas was really turquoise, but I wouldn't say it was clear.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
It's not as nice as Philippines for sure. Philippines is,
it's like clear water, nice blue.
I want to go back.
Yeah, we can go we can visit my mom.
Yeah, I want to go with you. I gotta go visit Harvey.
Yes. Oh yeah,
my BFF Harvey.
Yeah, your summer friend.
My summer fling from
I said
it wasn't
friend.
even summer, it was winter.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I was
tour
like
guide.
That's true. I was like summer, but then yes, it was in the December.
Yeah, good times. But it was fun.
Yeah, but yeah, Greece I'm looking forward to because I feel like a lot of people wear like linen like stuff, so I think that's something that I'm trying to build my wardrobe around. And I really like that now people are, I think, getting back into like the woven, like, you know what you were wearing earlier, like the
crochet,
the crochet
look.
yeah because I feel like that was pretty popular like 2 years ago, because I remember that being like popular at Coachella. And then I don't know what happened last year, so I don't really feel like people were wearing crochet, but then now people are wearing
it's making
like
a comeback.
Yeah, a little bit, not super crochet, but you know those dresses that people wear on like Love Island and stuff, where it's like
net,
like
and
the
there's
net
holes everywhere.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, Love Island, are you watching?
No, but I watch everything on TikTok, so I get the main highlights and stuff, so I know what's going on. But wow, this season is really crazy.
Is wild. Yeah, and I've watched Love Island before, and I actually started because my cousin like Becca, she introduced me to like Love Island UK before, and that's really funny. But everyone's like I think they're very animated in the seasons that I remember watching, or maybe I'm just not used to seeing like a lot of English people, and then US is kind of like, oh my god, like she just slapped my butt, blah blah. And then people in the UK, they're just like more expressive in different ways. But anyways, like this season, is really bad though. Like it's good but bad at the same time.
Yeah.
Because last season was really funny. Like the cast was like, I didn't really finish every single like episode, but I was like watching every other episode and just
like
watching
it
the
seems
recap.
like that last season seemed more genuine, where
Yes.
people actually wanted to find love, whereas this season it only seemed like Amaya Papaya wants to find love.
Oh my gosh, Amaya Papaya,
yeah,
she's
everyone,
so funny.
like all the guys there are there for clout.
Yes.
Or something, or they're influencers, and I think that's what people were saying, like they did such a not so great job casting, because it was like people aren't there to actually find love, they're just there to boost their social media following.
Yeah, it's because they're thinking that a lot of the original cast from the beginning of the season were all being strategic in their moves instead of just being in the villa for finding love. Because the reason why people are like saying, because initially Amaya Papaya, people thought she was like annoying, but then after like time they're just like, you know, she's just really there to find love.
She's a lover girl, and she's the most genuine one there.
Yeah. And then people were like, you know, it's actually true that she probably is there for love, because she doesn't have anyone posting on her socials and stuff.
And like half of her family didn't even realize she was going until they saw her on TV.
Yeah, so she has more of an intention than some of the other cast. And they also someone that I was like, you know, I don't know if I really like them or not yet is Jeremiah, the one who was
he got eliminated though.
Yeah, he got eliminated
with the whole love
Huda,
bombing Huda.
Yeah, but then it was also like I think they basically like kicked him out of like the villa. I think he was like voted out. I'm not at that point of the episode yet, but I've watched the TikToks. Like there's so many spoilers, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's all spoilers. That's how I know everything.
Yeah, so people were like, oh yeah, like they basically, the boys weren't really like for Jeremiah, and then
they're jealous of him.
Yeah,
because he's good looking.
He's pretty good looking. And then
and I feel bad for Huda, because yes, her crash out was
pretty wild.
It was wild and annoying, but at the same time, it's like, if you've been in like the dating scene, you understand where she comes from, because so many guys these days will love bomb you and then flip the switch, you know? So it's like, we've all been Huda at one point or another. Granted, like her crash out was a little bit more intense, but
you can see that she became a lot like watching episodes now, like she is very like territorial like later on, and I feel like she kind of became that way, not really because of like really the bombshells or anything, but I think it's because after she had revealed that she had a kid,
I'm a mommy.
So I literally love that audio.
Mommy?
I've been showing everyone who hasn't watched Love Island that like that scene. Yeah. But it's basically Huda telling Nick, who's another islander, that she has a child because she wanted her person Jeremiah to have someone to talk to, like a boy to talk to, and Nick was just not like cluing it in. He was just like, she was like, oh, I'm a mommy. He's like, mommy, and then he's like, mamacita, and then I think it's because he probably got thrown off by someone saying mommy.
Yeah, because it's like people when they joke around say daddy, you know?
Yeah, like I think it would be the equivalent of being like, oh, I'm a papa. Like, and then they're just kind of like, what?
And then he was like, mama what?
Mama what? Yeah. And then she's like, of a human child. And he's like, oh my god. And then he's like, how old is he or she? And then she says a daughter. Yeah. But that one was hilarious. So I've been
I feel like Huda's growing on me.
Yeah.
She's not a bad person. She's just a lover girl, you know?
Yeah. I think Amaya's definitely a lover girl.
She is.
Huda just has a lot of experience of just being maybe like casted aside, I think. So I think that's what really attracted me to her initially. And then I was kind of like, I'm not sure about Jeremiah because he seemed like he was love bombing a little bit. But then after, I feel like I actually like Jeremiah more than Huda. And then now that Jeremiah is out of the villa too, he's been going on some interviews and stuff. And he's actually kind of dorky. He was like on a live stream and then he was like, oh my God, like starting a book club, that's tough, that's good, like that's lit. And I was like, he's so excited about watching about like books and stuff. But people are saying like he's actually like kind
of dorky.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
Well, wait, him or Jalen?
No. It was it's Jeremiah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know they're saying Jalen is also kind of nerdy too.
Oh yeah.
But he's America's sweetheart right now.
Yeah.
I can't believe he literally got a passport. Was only in Fiji for 2 days and had to come back. A flight to Fiji is 12 hours long, folks. Like, really I've been there. It's not just a quick flight. So dang, to fly there, to only be there for 2 days and not really see much, and then have to come home. But I heard he's getting sponsored by like Tart Trip. They're gonna send him somewhere, and Hilton's gonna host him somewhere. So
people are saying like send him all like the love and stuff, because he was just a nice guy, but just didn't find love in the villa. But yeah, now Amaya Papaya is growing on me.
I like her and Zach.
The Asian guy
calms her down. Dude, they should cast more Asian guys.
No, seriously, honestly, I was telling our friend Will to start watching Love Island because there's an Asian guy, and then he was like, oh yeah, like that's why I'm also starting to watch it. But then I think he's like he's British, but he's from Thailand, and his like dad Laos is but he's really at the same like energy pace, and he definitely grounds Amaya.
He's just
Papaya.
a good guy. And I wonder if it's because he's also Miguel's friend from last season. Like outside of the villas and stuff, they're actually friends. I'm like, see, birds of a feather flock together. Like, because Miguel was such a good guy. It's like, and it's like people surround each other with like similar
friend groups and stuff. Yeah, I could see that. Did you see that they had like a San Diego audition?
Yes, I was gonna bring that up. I was like,
I know. Dang. I was like, I literally know where that is. And then but my boyfriend came for a date up here instead. So I was like, we could have passed the Love Island.
You could have both gone to audition just for fun, just to see what the experience was like.
Yeah, there's a rumor going around. Do you know who Shelly and Ace are?
Yes, on the show. Is Ace the short king but
who dances and stuff? Yeah. So there's a rumor going around that they were together
before the show.
And then had whatever agreement or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's wild. Sus. And then because obviously there's like parts that we probably don't see, and they only show like snippets, because at first I was kind of like, I feel like they really are connected, but then I don't really think her initial person with Austin, the tall pool guy from Florida,
I don't
or he's
that part,
or he was like her original partner partner. And then I was like, I don't really feel like they're that connected, but then they seem like they're really connected. But people are just complaining about this season being really like nobody's there for the genuine connections, and even the cast isn't as tight as what they imagine. Like, for example, with the Jeremiah situation, they felt like everyone in the original villa didn't really like Jeremiah. And then Jeremiah was like, in an interview had said like, oh yeah, I don't know why Huda told Nick, because he wasn't even that close to Nick. And I was like,
you never know. Like, all the girls said they're girls and that they're Hannah's friend, and then in the end they voted Hannah out. But Hannah's so sweet. I saw she was doing interviews. She's like, well, they're still all invited to my Nashville birthday party or something. I was like, she looks sweet, so cute.
Did you see she said that she's from Cal State Fullerton, and I was
oh
like,
my gosh.
I was like, no, I didn't even see a TikTok about people being like, oh my god, there's 2 people from from Cal State Fullerton. And I was like, it's like Pepe and her.
Aww.
And I was like, what the heck?
Hey, they produce great people. I mean, Hannah's smart too, so.
Yeah, but then and then they were talking about how Jeremiah would have been better fit in Casa Amor, which is, how the concept of Love Island is basically like the cast, like they get coupled up, go through like a couple weeks together and whatever challenges, and then they test those couples relationships by sending either the girls or the guys or both to like Casa Amor, and then are switching basically a new set of guys, a new set of girls for each like villa, and then seeing and then test their connections. But anyways, like people were saying like the group of guys that technically I think Zach came from, because he was part of like Casa Amor.
They were saying the Casa Amor boys were way better than the Love Island boys.
Yeah. They were saying that they were way like cooler. They were bros in a good way. And then they were saying like Jeremiah should have been part of that, and he probably would have had a better experience because they were more like welcoming and stuff. But
You know, it was funny. I saw this meme. You know how like last year the girls were like PPG Powerpuff Girls,
Yeah.
but they're saying this season they don't have that. They have Ed, Ed, and Eddie, the three boys that were like.
Yeah, but we should pitch you on Love Island.
Dude, I would not get casted. Everyone there's so hot.
You're hot too.
No, to like normal beauty standards, I'm not. I just have a funny personality, but that only gets you so far.
You'll be the next.
I mean, well, I applied for that Rosalind Supper Club Get Golden TV thing, and it seems like nothing's happening from it. I applied for that one. I sent in like a little audition, like casting video that was really creative.
That was pretty
what
good.
I thought. The one I put together was really cute and creative, but never heard back, and I don't know if it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Dating is, I mean, I haven't been back on the apps. I have a story to tell.
Oh yeah.
That I wanted to tell you. I didn't know if I want to say it on the pod or not, because I don't know if this person would listen to it.
Yeah.
Maybe just don't pull like clips from it.
Maybe, okay, before you start your story, don't say names, locations, and like is it something like you can hide with like a code names and code places, or
Yeah, I guess it's like kind of, if the person were to hear it, it'd be obvious, but I'm just gonna say it because why not. Basically, one of my foodie friends, she invited me out for dinner, and I thought it was just like a normal food collab that she had.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but then when I showed up, turns out it was like it was a collab for not the restaurant, but for a dinner club, like a supper club type of event. So I'm coming thinking I'm just gonna catch up with a friend. Turns out I'm mingling with 24 strangers who are not creators, by the way. They're just like normal people who bought tickets for the event. So basically I come to this dinner thinking it's a food collab for my friend, just us two catching up. Turns out she's doing collab for this supper club that's partnering with this restaurant, and then everyone else, the 24 strangers that I'm coming now to mingle with, are just normal people who bought tickets for the event, which I think is kind of nice, because I think, you know, it's a great way for the community to come together, for people to make new friends, or maybe if they are looking for partners. This is way better than the dating apps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I showed up and I was like, wait, I have to mingle with strangers today.
Yeah.
And what's interesting, it's like they see, you know, about like 8 people per table. There's 3 tables. After each course for food, they will rotate seats so people can meet different people. And I think this crowd was a little bit older. Like me and my friend were definitely the youngest ones there. And now knowing what the actual ticket price of the event was, I was like, okay, it makes sense, because in my head it's a little bit pricey, but I'm like, pricey will attract the right people. People who are serious about making like good, genuine connections with people, you know. No one's just like messing around. So, and it's, you know, you're bringing in like a different demographic, I guess, of older people who have that kind of money, which I think is good. So that's why I think the crowd was a little bit older. But during this, so, you know, we had starters and salads that was communal, and the first table was awesome. Like I really enjoyed the first table because we decided to go around and talk about like interesting stories that happened, and I was telling them about how I got a new car, and then the next day I was driving my old car and the tire flew off while I was driving on the freeway, and it was really scary. And then 2 days later someone rear-ended me when I was in my new car. So I thought that story was crazy. But then this other girl started sharing. Basically, she bought a house and she's like in the neighborhood, and one of her neighbors was trying to like date her or something, but she kind of got weird vibes from him. So she kept she's like, oh no, like I have a boyfriend, like
just to like back them off.
But she basically looked him up on Google. The first thing that comes up is his like mugshot for raping like or molesting a child.
No way.
Yeah. So, and he's like out on bail.
Wow.
So that was crazy. And then another girl at the table was like, I'll raise you one. No, she didn't say that, but basically these 2 girls win with their story. So the next girl was sharing basically a couple years ago at her apartment complex, there was a guy dressed as an Amazon worker, and he was like pounding on the doors trying to get in. Thank God nobody opened the door, because the next day they found out he was the apartment killer.
No.
Yes. So that's what was crazy. So I was like, dude, wild stories, right? And then we do a rotation. Next course is like the pasta. And so we have new people join our table, and I think this group was a little bit older than the last group. So but there was this guy who sat across from me and my friend, and we were just like yapping and stuff, and I was like, in my head I was like, oh, he's like kind of cute, but I just wanted to like get to know him and stuff because he's like a social introvert, and so is my friend, and I'm an extrovert. So I was just like yappy. Turns out we kind of work in similar industries. We have like similar work experience, you know, so we like understand each other. And then, you know, we're talking about random things. I think this table is the one where I was telling them I don't do bubbles because I have a medical condition where I can't burp. Turns out one of the guys at the table also has the same medical condition.
Oh, wow.
And we're talking about the whole, like, you know, you can get Botox for that now and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're talking about that, and then we get switched out. Me and my friend get put on a different table for the dessert course.
Yeah.
And then after that course, you know, everybody kind of starts to head out or leave.
Yeah.
Some of the guys from the first table were asking me and my friend for our Instagrams to just like connect, because we were doing socials. So they're also like foodies, like people who enjoy food, you know. Okay. So we met a lot of great people who just enjoy food, and that's what I really liked out of it, because they're not social media content creators. They're just normal foodies, like people who love food, and at the end of the day, that's what I am, you know. I just genuinely love trying new foods. And then everybody left except for that one guy that I thought was cute, kind of. Yeah. So me and my friends stood to the side. We're just taking pictures by the fireplace. Everybody, like the other 20 people, have already gone. Okay. Except that one guy. He was like in the corner talking to like the events person, the person who's like checking people in, like kind of who like coordinated all of this. Yeah. And then I didn't think much of it. And then as me and my friend were leaving, that guy like stepped to the side, was like, oh, like, let me get your guys' Instagram so I can see the final product of the video that you guys make or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. So I was giving him my food Instagram, and then I also gave him my phone to put in his Instagram so I could follow him with my personal account, because I was basically following everyone back with my personal account. Yeah. Because in my food account, DMs get lost. Like I can't really connect with people because it's just really overwhelming. Yeah. You know. And so when he grabbed when he had both our phones, like, you know how sometimes when your phones touch, it shares contact. Yeah. It like, you know. So that's what happened. And he's like, oh, sorry. And I was like, to me, I thought it was an accident. I was like, oh, it's fine, no worries. And then he got it, and then we said bye, we left and stuff, and then my friend and I were debriefing in the car. I was just like, oh yeah, that was like such a cute event, like thank you so much for bringing me along. And then she was like, I think that guy's interested in you. Oh yeah. And then I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, like when we were talking at the table, he was just like very focused on you, you know. And she's like, as an introvert, like if everybody left after the event, I would leave. I wouldn't stay back to talk to like the check-ins person, you know. And then she's like, and then when you gave him your phone, I saw him stack it so that it would do the and I was like, are you sure? Like I think it was genuinely an accident because it happens. And she's like, no. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe. Because I did think he was like cute, and I did tell her, like, you know, like, oh, like when we were at the dessert course at a different table, she and I were talking, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to make sure I get like some of these people's like Instagram contact, because I would love to stay in touch and just like make new friends. And he was like one of the people I was like hoping to get his contact, just because I know he's also in the West LA area, and I thought he was cool, you know. But yeah, so I don't know if it's because my friend put it in my head, like, oh, he's definitely interested. But I mean, it's been a few days and I haven't heard anything from him. So I was like,
did you follow each other though?
Yeah, like he follows both my accounts and he's been watching my stories, but nothing. So I was like, oh, maybe we were overthinking it. But I was like, you know, why I'm telling this story is I think this might be like a great thing to do in the summertime. If you want to make new friends, you know, you want to just like meet different people, or if you're like sick of the dating apps, this would be a great way to meet different people in real life organically. And I think for me it was refreshing. I was like a little bit excited just because, I mean, I haven't shared with the followers yet, but this past month Cybertruck tried to come back like twice.
Yeah.
He texted me twice within 2 weeks. And keep in mind, our last text message was like in March, right before my birthday, where we basically ended things because he
sent a message and she responded in paragraph.
I
and
was
nothing.
like, hope you find what you're looking for, right? And then now in June, I wake up to a text from him, and it's like a funny video from an account we used to watch together. And then I didn't respond. I turned on my read receipts though, so he knows I saw it. And then 2 weeks later, he sent me another message, like an inside joke. And I'm like, okay, he's for sure trying to breadcrumb his way back because I think he's avoidant. And like he just doesn't know how to use his words.
But then it's also like what I would feel is like you basically just think you can come back that easy.
Yeah.
That whole
Yeah, you're not even addressing like what happened. If he was like, hey, I thought about things, I've worked on things, I'd like to have a conversation.
Yeah, or like, hey, do you want to like talk?
Yes.
Like, even
yes.
like that,
yes.
I feel like he's avoiding that by sending like a video,
Yes.
inside joke.
But that's how avoidants are, you know, because they are not in tune with their emotions. They aren't capable of being vulnerable. It scares them. So I don't know. But I think, you know, obviously him coming back had brought up some feelings. And I think, you know, even though I wasn't expecting to go on this little dinner party, I actually in the end had a great time. I think it was refreshing. I think it brought back a little bit of excitement in my life again.
That's good.
Just knowing that maybe I could meet someone organically, you know. And so yeah, I think this is like a great thing to do, especially in the summer where the weather is really nice out, so people want to go out.
Yeah, so but how can you find like events like that?
Oh yeah, you just go online and type in like dinner parties in LA, dinner clubs, supper clubs in LA. This one I think is called Dinner Party or something. They just started in New York, moved it to LA, and now they're opening up in Miami.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like dinner party or dinner table. Maybe it's called dinner table. Oh yes, dinner table. And then I know one of the guys I met at the event, he was telling me he's been to one called like Lele Dinner Club or something, Lele Supper Club or something in LA. That one is, I think, more food focused because there's way more food courses and it's more pricey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe this is the way to meet people because I don't want to run. I don't want to join run club.
Yeah.
I don't want to play chess. I don't want to go to chess club. But you know, you're meeting people over a dinner or food.
Yeah. People are craving like the human connection.
Yeah,
again,
and
so
it's
I see
way
that.
better than just swiping on an app. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do more this summer.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully you guys like this episode of just us talking about the summertime. But let us know what your summer plans are for the rest of summer. Like, I feel like for us, it's just kind of getting started, and I have a lot of things like planned and things. So yeah, hopefully we'll do another check-in later. But you know where to find us. We're on YouTube and Spotify at Just One Bite Pod, and you can find us on Instagram and TikTok. We release episodes every Tuesday, but do stay updated on our Instagrams in case there's any updates.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can follow us at Psycho Food
And take one for the road.
yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.